Well, breaking news into the investigation into the murder of UnitedHealthcare CEO. Ballistics now linking the gun found on the suspect Luigi Mangione to the casings found near that shooting scene.
Investigators are also now talking about a notebook Mangione had with him when he was arrested. NBC Bay Area's Kris Sanchez joins us now. And Kris, so the two items, do they tie him to the crime itself?
Well, if the gun that Luigi Mangione had when he was arrested matched those casings found at the scene of the murder, it would be pretty damning. And in the last half hour, investigators told NBC News they were in fact a match. Now, earlier this morning, investigators revealed that the prints they took from the suspected gunman after his arrest are also a match with items found near where Brian Thompson, the UnitedHealthcare CEO, was shot to death. Then later this morning, NBC News sources said Mangione had a notebook with him that alluded to violence against a CEO, writing in part, quote, "It's targeted, precise, and doesn't risk innocence." This morning, he remains in a Pennsylvania jail, having been denied bail.
And it's completely out of touch, and it's an insult to the intelligence of the American people and to lived experience.
That was Mangione as he arrived at the courthouse for his hearing yesterday. And while he shouted at reporters and struggled with deputies inside the courtroom, we're told he sat mostly quiet. Although when he began to respond to the court discussion, his lawyer told him to stop and be quiet. Mangione was denied bail, which his attorney says they will fight because the charges he faces in Pennsylvania are not capital offenses, and thus under state law, he is entitled to bail. Mangione's attorney also said they are fighting extradition to New York, where he faces those more serious murder charges. On the Today Show this morning, the 26-year-old's attorney said he has yet to see any evidence.
For the record, he's pleading not guilty to this. And I've seen zero evidence at this point.
While Mangione's attorney may have seen zero evidence at this point, it appears to be piling up. As we mentioned, the gun that he had on his person when he was arrested now matches the casings found at the scene. He also had a fake ID and also a 3-page handwritten note, in addition to the notebook that we mentioned just a few moments ago. Two senior law enforcement agents also say they are examining the X-ray of a spine posted on Mangione's social media account to see if this could point to additional motivation. Investigators are also talking with law enforcement anywhere Mangione spent time, including in San Francisco, where he was reported missing by his mother, although SFPD Chief Bill Scott would not specify what the questions were about. Mangione again denied bail. His attorney says he plans to file a writ of habeas corpus challenging the legality of his detention, and he has 14 days to do that. Meanwhile, he will continue to fight the extradition to New York as the folks in New York try to get him transported there. Marcus?